السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. How are you?
Inshallah.
Inshallah, everybody is good. Do you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Okay, good.
Yes, sir.
Okay. For today, inshallah, we are going to continue our class of yesterday. So we stopped here. Yesterday, we have learned many things, many commands from the data manipulation language class. So here we stopped. I already explained the previous slide, this one. We stopped here. Restrict the rows that are returned by using the where clause. So from here, we are going to learn about the what they call it here, the selection of data. So selection of data, if we go back here to our slides, what are the types of data selection? We have the projection when we select only columns, and the selection when we filter the rows, and we have also the joining when we retrieve data from multiple tables, and also we have the projection and selection together. So in many cases we will have to select some columns and also some rows only. So this kind of filtration is very commonly used. We stopped here. So the selection of rows is by using the where clause. Where clause I already explained yesterday. So here in the where clause you can filter, for example, rooms that that has capacity of more than 20, for example, or maybe rooms that's from the style lab or lecture. So in order to retrieve that information, you have to use the where clause to filter. Let us open the SQL developer. Takes time to load. Actually, we have also lab practices. I delayed this. We based on the teaching plan, we have to go. I mean, for the theoretical parts and the lab practice together. But because until now you don't know all about the commands, that's why I prefer to delay this until we finish the DML. So after we finish the DML, inshallah, we will start with the lab practices. I will share with you these documents, and you can go through the examples, and we can solve them together and see what's the challenges. Okay, so later, inshallah, we will start with this after we finish today the DML, inshallah. Anyone doesn't understand or has any difficulty with this command, with the selection command, with the distinct expression, alias name, where clauses? Do you have any problem, any difficulty with it? Anything not clear?
Doctor, can you explain more about the distinct keyword?
Okay. Distinct is very simple thing. You shouldn't care about it too much, because this is only a small feature. It's beneficial. It has a lot of applications, but really not that complicated thing that you worry about it. Anyway, let it open. Inshallah, I will explain again. Don't worry. If you have anything not clear, just ask me. Don't. I will not be angry, or I will not be. I will not feel sad. Don't worry about it. Just ask your question. Make sure that you understand everything. sorry. Okay, so this is our table, our database. So this is the file from yesterday, is not closed. Let us open a new database file, SQL file. Okay, then we select star from forms, for example. Okay, if we run this command, it will show us all rows that's available in our table. So for example, if let's say we want only to display now all rows are unique, right? Every row is unique. So this one is similar, lab 13 are similar, but the room number is unique, right? Also the BLDG is unique, the ID is unique. But what if we display only this? So in this case, we will have duplication, right? So lab will appear twice, lecture will appear twice, and the information, there is no other fields that differentiate between the first and second labs, and also between the first lecture and the second lecture room. There is nothing to differentiate, right? If we only show the room style. Okay, so in this case, like that, if we run this command, we will have duplicated rows, right? You understand this?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So in order, in some cases, in some cases, and in many practical scenarios, you have to find, for example, if let's say you have many people, for example, students or whatever, and let's say they have an option to list their skills, for example. So every student can list the skills that he know. Maybe he can play piano or guitar, or can play tennis, or can swim, or whatever. And you don't know what kind of skills are that, right? Then for some reason you want to filter all skills in the database from the students' entries, for example. So in this case, you have to go and display the skills, and because many people are entering data to the system separately, and they don't know about other skills, so skills will be repeated, right? So maybe two or three students, they will key in that they can play the for example guitar, or they are photographers or something like that. Okay, so if you want to list unique skills, you have to use this keyword, right? This thing. So in this case, you will see that we will have only one lab and one lecture. There will be no repetition. One lab and one lecture. So this thing will filter the things. So the result that will appear is only unique results. So there will be no repetition. You understand? Is that clear?
Clear, clear.
Yeah. If it's not clear, I can give another example.
No, it's clear. Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, it's very simple, you know. Okay. That's all about the distinct. If you have anything about the expression, expression is like the salary example. When we have salary and we multiply it by 12 to show the annual salary. Very easy. Okay. Then where clause is to filter. For example, if let's say we want to show, if let's say we have a customer who wants to, or maybe we are preparing the schedule, because this one always I confuse. I thought that it's for hotel rooms, but it's for faculty. Okay, if let's say we are trying to find a room for students, or for a group of students whose number is, for example, 12. Okay, so in this case, we can search the rooms, select star from rooms, where maximum capacity, max capacity is sorry, greater than or equal 12, because if less than 12 it's not going to fit our group, right? So we have to look for rooms that has capacity greater than or equal to 12, right? So in this case we will find what is the available rooms. So all rooms can fit, right? But if let's say the number of students in the group is 15, so in this case, if we filter maximum capacity is equal to 15 or more, then here we have only two options. But what if, let's say, we need the capacity of 12, and also we need the room style to be lab, room style to be equal to lab. Why? Because, for example, this class is a lab session. So in this case, we have to find room with the capacity equal to 12 or more than that, and also the style of the room is lab. We don't want lecture room. Okay. So in this case, we can use and. So this condition and this condition must be guaranteed. So the result will be filtered based on that. Okay, you see, we retrieved only labs. Okay, but if we make it, for example, 15 or more, even though we have two rooms with 15 capacity, but they are not lecture. So in this case, they are not going to appear, right? Yeah, we don't have any 15, I mean any labs with 15 students capacity. Okay, so that's how we can use the where clause. It's only to filter our data from our database. Is this example clear?
Yes, yes.
Yes, Doctor.
So we have no issue with this slide.
No.
Okay, limiting rows is very easy, right? So we can use where clause. Where clause, then where clause can have one condition and it can have multiple conditions. Okay, so here if let's say that the scenario is like that, uh, maximum capacity is greater than or equal 15, and room style could be lab or lecture. So in this case we can use n like this, then we can say like that, and we can create a group of items, then we can say lecture. So it will retrieve any room style in this group, either lab or lecture. So in this case, two lecture rooms will be retrieved, right? Yeah. Okay, because the room style could be lab, could be lecture, but we don't want the office room. Okay, let us go and insert into rooms values. So here we have ID 5, we have BLDG, for example, C, and we have room number. Room number is, for example, point 10, and also capacity is 20. Then this one is office. Okay. Okay, we inserted this. So if we select this, we can see here we have 5 rooms, and also we have capacity of office, which could handle 20 people. So if let's say we did not we only keep this condition like that. If we are looking for capacity of equal to 15 or more, then the office is also going to be retrieved. But if, let's say, this room we are looking for is for our class, so in this case we cannot retrieve the office, right? We shouldn't retrieve the office. We should retrieve the options that we accept. So this one, the options, the accepted options are the lab and the lecture. Okay, office is excluded, right? So here we can say that the room style could be lab, could be lecture. Okay, so if so, like that, then it will retrieve only 2. If, let's say, the capacity is 12 or more, then this is going to retrieve 4 rooms. Okay, is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Okay, now if we for example select like this room style from rooms, and we run, how many rooms we will get? 5, right? 5 room styles, while in reality we have only 3, right? 3 room styles until now. We have only three types of rooms: lab, lecture, office. So how to filter them? We can use this thing. Okay, that's all about it. So I think we shouldn't waste time in here because we have a lot of things to do. Okay, limiting rows using a selection. This one is how to use the where clause to filter. For example, if, let's say, we have this list of staff and we want to filter the staff only for who are working in department 20. So in this case, we retrieve only staff who are working in department 20 when we use where department ID is equal to 20. Okay, so actually this scheme is here. We have the I don't know is it, but yeah, practice. Yeah, this is the HR scheme that we should create. And also last time we created the script to create all of this database and also seed some data inside it, but I don't know where is it. Let me find it. Maybe in previous semesters, maybe here. Okay, try to find it because I need to share it with you guys. So it's not here. Can you find it? Not here. Practice. Oh, I think it's with the software. I think I put it here. Yes, here. HR MySQL, HR Oracle. So I have 2 scripts here for the HR. So this one, if we open this one, you will find the script. So let it open first. Next time. This is the problem of Oracle. It's very slow. Takes time, especially if your hardware is not that good enough, then you struggle a lot. My computer is i7 and the RAM is 16. Also the hard disk is SSD, and you can see how long it takes. So if you are using Celeron, it may take like 10 minutes. I don't know. Last semester I teached the group both of the Oracle and MySQL together, but really I struggled last year. It's too much material that we have to cover, and also commands are not the same. That's why I created the what they call it, the script for the MySQL also. It's very ugly. Okay, Oracle. Oops. It opens in the wrong software. Okay, this is the HR script, the human resources database. Okay, in here, if you can see, we have a table of regions. We created the index for it, for the region ID, primary key, and also we created some constraints here for the region ID, primary key. And after that, we have a countries table, we have locations table, we have also the locations segment, maybe I don't know what is it, subsequent. Okay, then also here we have department, we have department sequence, and we have jobs, we have employees, many things here, job history, also employee details view, and many things. Then if you can see here, we seed some data into the database. We inserted some regions like Europe, America, Asia, and all these commands could be run at once. So if I click here on the run script, or I press F5, the database will be created, and also tables, relations, and everything. And after that, the data will be seeded. Then we can work immediately on it. Okay, let me make it here for this local database. So if I run here, I will implement it on my local database. So it takes time. You can see here the progress bar. Okay, so after that it will show the result if there is any error, or okay, table region created, altered, blah blah, everything is shown here, because it will run the entire script at once. So it will go through the commands, command by command. So you can see here one row inserted, one row inserted. Some has errors, but don't worry about it. Too many values, too many values. I don't know why. Okay, commit complete. So if you can see here, the last thing they put in the script is the commit command, because now they want to save everything here. So if you go here to the tables, last time we had nothing, but now we have countries, we have job history, we have locations, we have regions and departments and everything. Okay, if we want to run some commands similar to what we have in the slides, for example here, if let's say we want to run this, so we just copy and paste here. Okay, after we run here, we have to select the local DB. So the result, because we did not select the command, table or view does not exist. What happened here? Because here you can see employees name is wrong, right? Name is corrected. So here we have to put S. What else? Department ID is invalid. Let us see here. ID, first name, last name, address, manager ID. So we don't have department ID, right? So if we select star here, we don't have department ID, right? So we cannot use where department ID. Oh, no data. It seems that there is some errors that does not show. Does not insert the data into the employees. But if we see countries, from countries, okay, we can see all countries here. Okay, if we see departments, then we could see the departments here. Okay, so all data has been inserted into the database. Okay, don't worry about it. I will check the script and try to correct if there is any errors. Okay, so here if we want to filter based on the department ID, if let's say we run this command, then we will retrieve only this person, and this person. So 3 people will be retrieved based on this filter. Okay, in the next slide here we have another type of command, so we can retrieve based on name. So if we want to use string or character varchar field for filtration, then we have to make sure that we use the proper quotation. Okay, so here where last name is equal to city Razila, so here we will retrieve only one name, one record. Okay. Here character string and data values are enclosed with single quotation marks, so this is very important. The second thing, character values are case sensitive and date value are format sensitive. So if we deal with the date field, then we have to make sure that we use the same format. So for example, if let's say the format saved, the date fields saved in our table, let us check. Yesterday we had something, right? Oh, we don't have date. Okay, if let's say the date field saved in our table is saved in this format, for example, day, month, year, for fields, then after that we have hour, then minute, then second, like this. So if let's say we want to use the filter, we want to filter based on the date field. For example, date equal, if let's say we have for example registration date, for example registration date, sorry, underscore is equal to, and then we want to put the value here. So if let's say we made like that, 8 of January, sorry, 8 of July 99, for example, only. So this one is going to retrieve nothing, because everything will be checked or compared with this kind of formatted fields. So we don't have any value compared to this, so the result will become nothing. Okay, so in order to make it proper, we have to write 08, 07, then 19, 99. Then after that we have to provide space. For example, if let's say 00, like that, 00, like this, we have to write also the date. If let's say we are looking for a certain date, then we have to we have to provide that. Sorry, certain time we have to provide that exact time. Okay. So if let's say we have one record. In one record, the registration date is equal to this value. In this case, the two records are, this record will match this condition, so it will be retrieved. But if let's say we have only this record, but the only difference is this, the only difference between the record and the condition, or the the string used for the filtration is only this number here. So this field is not going to match that. So the format is very sensitive, and also the value is very sensitive with the date fields. But for the string fields, they are a case study. They are they are case sensitive. Case sensitive means if capital, we have to provide capital. If small, we have to provide small. If let's say in our rooms we have like this, we have rooms in capital written, the room style. So if let's say we want the room style to be, for example, lab, like that, or lecture, like this, so it's not going to retrieve anything. Okay, because this one is case sensitive, it must be capital. So if we make the lab only capital, then it will retrieve only labs, because lecture here is not matching anything. Okay, if we want to fix it, also we have to make it capital. Okay, you can see here now it matches the lecture rooms. Okay, guys, so that's all about this comment. The character value are case sensitive, and the date value are format sensitive, and also their value is very sensitive, also the date. So if we have date time, then we have to provide date time. If we have date only, then we provide date only. If the format is as I explained in here, if the format is like this, then we have to provide it like this. If we change anything, it's not going to match. Okay, is that clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then here we have a comparison, the comparison operators. Comparison operators, actually the operators that could be used with the where clause here, like here, this one equal. Okay, so here with the where clause, we have to use the comparison operators, which is equal, greater than or equal, less than or equal, not equal. Also this one could be used like this. Then we have another thing called between and also inset. Inset I already used, right? So here for this example, I already used the inset. So here you can see. So if the room style in this set of the two items, lab and lecture, then it will be retrieved. Okay, so this one is also considered comparison. Then we have like, we have is null. Is null or is not null? Is not null. Okay, so we have to insert this, is not a null value. Okay, for here, for these things, for these operators, I think all of you understand, right? You already understand this. Should I explain it again? Is it clear?
Yeah.
No need, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Clear.
we have already taken too many scenarios, and we used them for many cases, right? So this one is n. We could take another example also for the n, and we have the between and. Also we have like. Is null is already explained, is not null is already explained, I think, right? So we have only this three. Okay, so here we have the first thing is to use the between and. Okay, if let's say we want the capacity to be between 10 and 13, like that. So less than 10 is not accepted, more than 13 is not accepted. Or let us take 12. Oh, sorry, let us make it 13 because we want to check which values are going to be shown. Okay, so here let us see what is the capacity that we have. We have 13, 13, 15, 15. Okay, let us update one of them. Update one record, the first record, for example. Update table set the table of the correct rooms set here max capacity equal to 10 where ID equal to 1. Okay. What happened? Invalid table name. My room. What happens, guys? Guys, is there anything wrong? I think this one is also still make it wrong. Okay, one row updated. So if let's say okay, now we have 10 capacity, also 13, 15, and 15, right? It seems we lost the last room we inserted, right? Because we did not make commit insert into rooms values room 5 then C, and here we have 501. Then here we have the capacity 20, and after that we have the office. Okay, we inserted another room. Let us run commit to make sure that everything is saved permanently into our database. Okay, then here we check how many rooms do we have. We have 5 rooms. Okay, so here if let's say we want to display rooms that has capacity from 13 between 13 and 15, so here how many rooms will display? So 13 and 15 are displayed, right? So these values are included in the range. So here the range is something like this: 13, 14, 15, right? But if let's say we said less greater than 13 and less than 15, so like this, maximum capacity greater than 13 and less than 15. So in this case, it's going to show nothing, right? Because the range is only 14 here. And we don't have any room with capacity 14. If let's say we said from 10 to 15, then it will show only 13, right? Because here, these values are not included in the range. Because we used greater than and less than. We did not use greater than and equal and less than and equal. So if we want to use the same thing as the, what they call it, as the between and, so we have to write it in this manner. So greater than or equal 13 and less than or equal 15. So this one will show 13 and 15. Okay? So instead of writing all of this, we could say only between here 13 and we delete this 15. So this is only to shorten your conditions. Okay, guys? Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
so the first value and the last value used for the between and are included in the range. Okay? One more thing here is like. Okay, like. So like here we can use the string like that with the percentage. Okay, with the percentage sign to find the string that looks like our condition. So if let's say we are looking for the room style that's like lab, like this, that has LA like that. So here we could see the two rooms, right? So they start with LA and end by anything, right? What if we make it like this? Anything LA? Nothing, right? Because we don't have anything ends by LA, right? But if we make it like that, percentage and ends by B, anything ends by B will be retrieved. You see? Is that clear, guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
What if we want to find room number that's in level 2, for example? Okay, so here if we can check, we have rooms in level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5. If let's say we want to list rooms that's in level 2, so in this case we can say level 2 with whatever. Okay, it will show these two rooms that are in the level 2. Is that clear?
Yes.
Yeah. What if, for example, if let's say this is a hotel room, for example, and the hotel staff, they know that rooms number 13 has a very nice view. Okay. Then one customer came to the counter and asked the person on the counter, please, I want a room that has a very nice view. So what they call it, the person in charge, what will do is to find any room in any level with the number 13, right? Because all rooms with that number has a very nice view. Maybe they are at the corner, so they can have two views of the room or something like that. So they search any room with 13, with number 13. Or for example, room 14 is very good. So they can search about room 14 in any level. So we can see here in level 2, level 3, level 4, right? So this is how we can filter. Also, we can we can say that start with anything, has a at the middle, then ends by anything. So here we can retrieve nothing. Okay, so this is not working. You see, it's not working. So we have to make it either at the beginning or at the end. Oh, sorry. No, it works. I did a mistake. Room style, right? Room style. Yeah, it's supposed to retrieve the lab. Okay, because lab here has a at the middle, no matter how many letters at beginning or how many letters at end. Okay, let us take another example here for the lecture, or maybe for the office. Here the office, C has four letters before and one letter after, and the C here has two letters before and four letters after. So here, if let's say we said C here, so it's supposed to retrieve both lecture rooms and office rooms. Okay, so here, yes. Okay, so this is how it works. So percentage sign here means anything, and also here this one means anything, no matter how many letters before and how many letters after. Okay, is that clear?
Yes, clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doctor,
Yes.
what if it has space?
What if it has space?
Yes.
Okay, let us insert something. So insert into rooms values. Okay, let us room number 6, and here we have B, and after that we have room number is something like that, so maybe B space 50, for example. Okay, then capacity is 25, or maybe this one is, for example, wall room, like that. Then here we have picture. Okay, so if we run this, one row is commit. Okay, then if we see here, we will have 6 rooms. So this room has a space at the middle. Okay, so if let's say we use like that, like this, if let's say we want to retrieve anything with the space, sorry, room number, right? Room number. Okay, it's going to be retrieved. Okay, so if let's say also we put L here, it's going to be retrieved. Okay, whole room. Also, if we put R here, it's going to be retrieved, because all of these patterns are matching this row, right? You understand, guys?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So what if we say that it's like this? Starts with R. It's supposed to, oh sorry, starts with B, like this. B small. Nothing, right? Because this one, as I mentioned, it's case sensitive, so it could retrieve only the matching values. Okay, so if let's say you want to retrieve anything that like B capital or B small starts with B capital or small, or you can write like this or B like that, but this one is not going to work. So in this case you have to repeat this more than that. Okay, so it will retrieve anything starts with B capital or B small. I don't know whether this one could be. I will try this. Okay, I will try this for you because I'm not sure whether it could work or not. But if it works, okay, it looks working. Oh, doesn't work. Sorry. So this one have to be repeated if we have two or more patterns. So we have to repeat the column name with the like expression and sorry, the like keyword. Then after that we bring the other expression, or we can say or like that, or starts with for example 1. If let's say we want any room in level 1, so in this case we can make it this or this. Okay, we don't have phone number, so here one we have to. Why it doesn't work?
It doesn't have level 1. We have only level 2.
We have level 2. Okay. Yes, correct. So it will retrieve either one, this one or that one. Okay, if you forget and you wrongly add and like that, it's going to retrieve nothing, because these two cannot be. There is no situation where the same character could have two values. Here, the same character starts with B capital, and the same character should have two. So this one is wrong syntax. Okay, the syntax is correct, but wrong logic. Okay, so you have to be careful when you use the conditions. The where conditions must be careful when you write them. Okay, so you have to check your logic first.
Doctor,
You have to confirm that everything is correct. Yes.
what if I say where room number like B
Mm-hmm.
percent and room style like lecture?
Okay,
Is
that's
correct,
fine.
right?
Yeah, yeah. Style could be,
Okay.
yeah. Like, for example, L. Okay, this will retrieve like that. If you want anything that has a L letter or maybe C letter, so in this case it will show retrieve the classroom, sorry, the lecture and also the office. Okay, so here it retrieves only one row. Why? Because we have only one record that has these two conditions, right? That satisfy these two conditions. The other row that has office, it's not ballroom, right? That one is numbered room. So if we change here, we make it or, it will show us different result, right? So it will show us also the office and the other lectures that are not starting with B. Because this one either start with B or has letter C. Okay? So there is too much difference between the and or. That's why be careful when you use them. Okay? Any question?
No,
No.
thank you, doctor.
Okay, this is all about like. So like could be something like this. So here, the underscore here, underscore A, that means it has only one letter. So the second letter must be A. Okay? So here, if let's say we have, for example, you remember this, right? C here has two letters before, and the C here has 3 or 4 letters before. So if we want to have to retrieve any room style that has the second letter E or the third letter is C, then we have to mention underscores here. So if let's say 2 underscores, then C, after that whatever. Okay, so here last time I think it has a problem with the double underscore, but I think inshallah this could be fixed. Yeah, it doesn't retrieve anything, right? Yeah, it doesn't. It looks not working. So here we don't have any style with the second letter equal to C. So if we put E, oops, room number. Oh, sorry, room style. Room style. Okay, lecture has been retrieved. If underscore 2 underscore and C, so this is supposed to retrieve lecture, but because this one is small, so maybe if capital it works. Yeah, it works. Last time we had, when we was using the old version of the this SQL, because now if you check the SQL here, the version we use is 19. I suggested from this semester to use a new version, because last semester they enforced me to use version 4, and version 4 has too much errors, too much bugs, and one of the bugs that I remember is this: if you use 2 underscore, it's not going to work. Okay, but for now here you can mention. Now if we put 2 underscore here, this is 1, okay, this is 1, and this is the second underscore. That means we need to retrieve any room style that has whatever 2 letters, then the third letter is capital C, then after that whatever letters. Okay, so it will retrieve only lectures. But if we put 4 underscore here, it will retrieve only office, right? Yes. Okay, you understand?
Yes.
Okay, I think it's too much. We already explained too much. Okay, here what we have the N. So in this case, select last name, department ID, salary, commission from employee where department ID in 10 or 20. So anything in 10 or 20 will be retrieved. So you can see the result here. It retrieves everybody from the department 10 and the department 20. Okay, so this is already explained. If you have any question in this regard, I can take other examples. Okay, is that clear?
Clear. No need. No questions.
Okay, here we have is null. So is null, as I mentioned, null is not 0. Null is not empty space. Okay, null is something not known. So if you display data that shows null, so this is going to match this. But if let's say you display data and you see the field is empty, there is no null, then that field is not matching the condition. Okay, so be careful when you deal with the null. Be careful. So if let's say you want to retrieve the commission, any record with commission 0 or null, then you have to write like this. You have to write like this. This one, commission is null, or commission is equal to 0. If you expect also an empty space, then you can say or commission is equal to single quotation with one space at the middle. So if this is what you expect, okay? So null doesn't mean 0, doesn't mean empty space, okay? Be careful when you deal with it. Is that clear, guys?
Clear.
Okay. Conditions using the logical operators and an or, and also not. So and return true if both components of the condition are true. So if we put the first condition and the second condition, the first one is true and the second one is true, then it's going to be true. But if any one of the conditions, if let's say we have 4 conditions, then all of them are true, but only one is false, so the total condition is going to be false, right? So if you don't know about this, you have to go and find the truth table. Truth table, okay? They call it truth table. You can see the and or, and also this one not is easy. Not is the opposite. If let's say your condition is true, then you use not, it will be false. If the condition is false, you use not, it will become true. For the or, if let's say you have 2 or 3 or even 5 conditions together using the or operator, then in this case, any one of them true, the entire condition is going to be true. Okay? This one for and, any false will return, will make the entire result as false. But here, any true will make the entire result true. Okay?
Okay, doctor.
Yeah. So if maybe we need to take an example, because many of you doesn't talk, I don't know, maybe sleeping, or I don't know, maybe play games or whatever, I don't know. Allah only know. So if we want to retrieve rooms based on 2 conditions, so we need to retrieve room style that's equal to lab, or for example room number, sorry, the score, room number is like for example, if let's say we want to retrieve rooms from level 2 only. So in this case, this, if the record, this record, for example, let us take record by record. This record, is it lab? Yes. So the first condition is true. Is it like 2? Let us change this. Let us change this to 5. Okay. So this case, this row here, the first condition, lab style is lab. Yes, true. So means true here. Okay. Then true or. The second condition is like 5 dash anything. Okay. This one, is it matching? Not matching, right? So this one is false. This one is false. So it will equal. What does it equal?
True.
True,
True.
right? Yeah.
True.
So the first row is going to be retrieved, right? Because the condition here is true. Okay, let us check the second row. The second row, room style is that. True. Room number is not like this. So false means also true. So the second row is going to be retrieved. Okay, what's about the third row? Third row, the room style is not lab. So it's false, right? False. Or then the room number is not like this. So it's also false. Okay, so here it will retrieve false. So row number 3 is not going to be retrieved, right? Row number 4 is also not going to be retrieved. Row number 5 is going to have false, or because the room style is not lab, but the room number is matching the condition there. So this will be true, and the result is going to be true. Okay, so any true we have, first or last, it's going to retrieve true. Okay, let us check the last one, last record. This one is ballroom, is not like this. This one is lecture, not like that. So 2 of them are false, like that. It will retrieve false. So how many rows we are going to retrieve? This one, number 5, number 2, number 1 only. Okay. Okay. What if we make it AND. If we make it AND, what will happen?
Nothing will be retrieved.
The first one is true. The first row is true, but this one is AND, right? True and false is not true, it's false, right? The second one is also true and false, so it's going to retrieve false. The third row is false and false, so it will be false. The fourth also false. The fifth is false and false and true. It will be also false, right? So how many rooms is going to be retrieved? Nothing, right?
None.
Yeah. Here it will
Nothing.
retrieve nothing. While here, I don't know what's wrong with that. Room number. Oops. Okay, retrieve nothing. But if we change to OR, it will retrieve 3 records. Okay? I think it's very clear, right?
Doctor,
Yes.
I have a question. What if the range is in the middle?
What do you mean?
For example, the room number,
Mm-hmm.
and then because like how I say, for example, number 5. So room number 5 is between, for example, room number 2 and room number 13, right?
No. This one is not this level. Because this one is string, you know? This one is character string. The room number is character string.
Oh, okay.
So if you want to check the character string, then you have to use function. You have to use functions to find the third and fourth character from the room number, and then after that you change them to integer, then you compare. This is
Okay.
another level, okay? We are not going to take that now. But later we are going to take that functions and we explain all of them, inshallah. Okay?
Okay. All right.
Yeah. But if you want to check for example, the ID range, then you can. So if let's say or ID is like this, or ID between 1 and 4, for example, okay? So in this case, see? So anyone between 1 and 4, including the 1 and 4, will appear. And also any room that has a style of lab, okay? So this two has true, but this one is only true and this one is false. And here we use OR, so true or false will be true. This one is true or false also will be true. That's why they are retrieved, okay? But if we use AND here, so it will show only 1 and 2, because 1 and 2 has the condition of this room style is lab and their ID is between 1 and 4. Okay? So here it will show only the 2 labs. Okay? Is that clear?
Okay.
Yeah, good.
Clear.
Here, and logical operator. So here is some examples exactly as I explained. So the first condition is like this, the last name. So last name that starts with M. We have Musa, we have Martin, we have 2 names start with M, right? But how many, one of them in department 20? Only this one, right? Because here we use AND. So Musa only is going to be retrieved. Okay? Because we use AND. If we use OR, these 2 guys are going to be retrieved. Okay? Because both of them starts with M, and here we have OR. If we change to OR, then department is 20, then we will retrieve also this guy, that guy, and this guy at the same time. So how many records do we have? We will have 3, and 4. 4 records. Okay? Is that clear?
Clear.
Okay, this is the truth table. So truth table, if we use and here, oh, and truth table. This one includes the null. So I forget how it's working. So true and what is it? Ah, yes. If true and true, it will give true. True and false, it will give false. True and null will give null. False and true will give false. False and false will give false. False and null will give false. And also null with null and true will give null. Null and false will give false. Null and null will give null. So the only true value when the two sides of the condition are true. Okay, true and true will give true. Other than that, everything is false. And whenever we have null, so the result will be null. Okay, is that clear? Okay, guys, let us consider the OR. Okay. Okay, true or true? Is it true or false?
True.
True, right? Okay, true or false?
True.
True.
True. True or null?
True.
Yes, supposed to be true. False or true?
True.
To be true. False or false? It's false.
False.
False or null? It's
False.
false. Null or true? Supposed
True.
to be true. Null or false? It's false. Null or null? It's null. Okay? Yes. So if we consider only this false and true, you can see here in the OR, all options are true, only the case of all conditions are false will be false. But here, if we consider this only, then all are false, only when the two conditions are true, it will be true. Okay? This is the difference. Or logical, this one. Okay, we already make it here. There's one difference because the null, as I said, is a special situation. Everything has null and true. Yes, correct, exactly as we have done that. Okay, false or null. Why? Null or false? Null. Yeah. Anything has null or true. Confused me. So how come this one is true and this one is null? This one's supposed to be false. Anyway, yeah, you can remember this. You can remember this. You have no choice, and also you can check if you have time. Just go and try many scenarios that include null and see whether they are correct here or not. Okay. Because this one is actually should come with the user manual of the database So in the user manual, they will tell you this kind of database is how it treats the null value. Okay, so whenever you deal with conditions that could have null result, then you have to carefully read the user guide and understand how the database, how the Oracle database treats the null values or the null conditions. Okay, then here we have the not operation. So not operation can be used within, can be used with between, can be used with any other condition. So for example, if let's say here, for example, if let's say we used this one, this condition. Okay, so this condition will retrieve all rooms whose their ID is between 1 and 4, right? What if we want to exclude this 1 to 4? We want to exclude them. We want only to retrieve any room other than the range from 1 to 4. So here we can say not, sorry, ID not between. Okay, so in this case it will retrieve 5 and 6. Okay, so we take here the opposite, right? Is that clear, guys?
Clear.
Yeah.
Doctor, one question.
Yes.
What if we want to between 1 to 4, but not including 1 to 4, means 2 and 3 only?
In this case, you have to write it like that: greater than 1 and ID is less than 4. You have no choice.
I cannot use between.
No, between will include the numbers you provide.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to exclude them, then you can do that, or otherwise you can use from 2 to 3, like here, like this. Then 1 and 4 will be excluded. It's up to you, whatever you want to use. Because we still have not here, okay? So here, 2 and 3 only, okay? What's about N? If let's say we say room style, for example, room style in, I don't know why I use caps lock. Caps look, yeah. A room style is in, we have to open and close the braces. Then we mention, for example, lab, and for example, office. So in this case, we will retrieve any lab or office, right? Lab and office. But if let's say we said not in lab in the range of in the group of the lab and office, so it will retrieve anything other than lab and office, the opposite way, right? So it retrieves only lecture rooms. Okay, is that clear?
Clear.
Okay, then here we have sorting rows. How to sort rows? Sorting is all about the ordering. So the order could be ascendingly or descendingly, okay? So here the command is actually to use order by keyword. Then after that you provide the column, okay? So if let's say we want to retrieve rooms ID, for example, between ID greater than 0, for example, order, okay, like this. So it will retrieve everything, right? But if let's say we want to order by the BLDG, so we want to show the AA first, then BB second, CC at the end. So in this case, we have to use the order by. Order by must be after the where clause. If there is where clause. If there is no where clause, it's supposed to be like this. Okay? Order by. for example, PLDG. Okay, so if let's say we run that or this, it's going to work. Okay, so here, if we did not mention what kind of sorting we want, ascendingly or descendingly, then it's going to be ascendingly. Okay, so ascendingly means from A to Z, from small to large. So if we arrange the or order the ID, so ascendingly order for the ID would start from 1 end by 5 by 6. Okay, if we, for example, as you can see here, ascendingly order is starting from A to Z. Why? Because we did not mention. But if we want to mention ascendingly like this, ASC, so it will give the same result. So ascendingly is the default value. If we did not mention, it will be taken. If we mention also, it will give the same result. If we use descending, yeah, like that, it will give us from Z to A. From Z to A. We'll start with C, then B, after that A. Okay? Also, we can order whatever. For example, room style like this. Office L. So it started with O, then L, because O is after L, right? And the order here descendingly from Z to A. So means the O should come first, right? But if we remove this, it will show L first, then O. Okay? If we order the ID based on the ID, so the ID is from 1 to 6. If we make it descendingly, it will be from 6 to 1, the opposite way. Okay? That's why, if you remember, when we discuss at the beginning, when I teach you the structure and everything, I told you the sequence of columns is not a matter, right? So you put the column at first in the table or at the end is not matter. It doesn't mean anything. Also, if you put row before the other, it has nothing, no meaning actually. The place in the table has no meaning. Okay, why? Because the sequence of columns can be changed here in the select. We can put, for example, ID first, then put the room style like that, or we can change them in the opposite way. So we can see here ID, room style, and also we can show the room style first, then after that the ID. That's why it's not an issue. Okay, also the sequence or the order of records is not matter, because we can order them by anything we want. Okay, one more thing. Yes, do you have a question?
Yes. What if we don't want? What if we want to sort the whole table? We don't want to specify the ID or the room style. We want to sort the whole table.
How? Based on what? Sorting should be based on something. If you did
Just
not,
want to sort the.
if
Oh,
you don't mention the order by, then it will be ordered based on the record number here. This one, record number. Okay, because this one is used for the index, not based on these values. It's not based on these values. Okay, so if we delete this record and we inserted another record with ID number 1, it will be added at the end here. So if you want to, after that, if you want to order based on the ID, you have to mention order by ID. But if, let's say, you want to order based on multiple rows, multiple columns, like based on ID and BLDG, based on 2 columns. So in this case, you can see how it's what they call it, ordered by. Okay, So you can see here that the BC, AA, CB. Why CB here? The opposite? Because here, this one is 5 and 6. If let's say we have 2 rooms, let us take another example, because this one is not clear for you. Okay, let us keep them as they are. So if let's say we want to order based on, okay, based on ID and room style. Okay, definitely ascendingly here, because we did not mention, right? So the default value is going to be taken. Okay, here the sequence is based on this. Oh, BLDG. So maybe it could be, sorry. Ordering scenarios actually not easy to deal with, because you need to make sure that the scenario could fit. Okay, here we can see AA, BB, and after that CC. Then in the A, we will see how they look like. So here, because these 2 A's are the same thing, lecture, and these 2 B's are different room style. So the one that starts with LA will come before the other that starts with LE, right? That's why it shows this one before that one. And here also, because this one is lab, that one is ops. Okay, let us take it in the opposite way, this descending. Okay, here we can see AA, BB, CC. Okay, and this one is the opposite way, right? So LE first before the LA, right? This 2 records has B, right? BB. Okay, but this one is LE, LA. Okay, so LE should be later, right? The E is after the A, right? That's why it comes first, because this one is descendingly and this one is ascendingly, right? If we make this one descendingly and this one is ascendingly, then you can see different thing. Okay, so here we started with CC, BB, AA, and here for the CC, we started with L, because here L is before O, here is ascendingly, and here BB, we see that this one is LA and this one is LE, and that one is AA. You see, it's here has no difference because this 2 starts with LE. Okay, is that okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay, here, this is another scenario. Actually, we explained this too much. So by 2 descendingly, here, what is this? Okay, here we can mention the field number. We can mention the field number instead of the field name. So here, instead of mentioning BLDG, we can mention number 2. Number 2 is going to be BLDG, right? Because ID is number 1, BLDG is number 2. So it will give the same result. Okay? And also room style could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we can use 5. Okay? This is only an option, but really I don't prefer to use numbers, because when you use numbers, you should remember the syntax or the sequence of the columns. So this one could be easy, because now we especially at the designing stage, the design or the structure of the table still fresh in your mind. But if let's say you come after 2 months or 3 months, to modify something in this code, then you will ask yourself, what is number 2? What's number 5? Then you have to go and study the structure and everything. So this is not good, okay? Don't use it. Just mention the column name. Okay, guys?
Okay, Dr.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so here we have the sorting rows also. What kind of examples we have? We have how to sort by multiple. So every column should have its own way of sorting, either ascendingly or descendingly, as I explained. And here we have another thing called substitution variables. Substitution variables. Okay, what is the substitution variables? Okay, I'm going here to say that maybe ID is equal to 5, like this. So this one, or greater than 5. This one is going to retrieve data based on a constant value that we fixed in our query, right? Is it right or not? So if we wrote this query, then the value is never going to be changed. All the time it will retrieve this record, right? Right or not, guys?
Correct, correct.
Yeah. What if we want to make it dynamic? So dynamic means every time we run, the query will ask us about the value for the ID, right? So in this case, we can use %, then we say ID. Okay? If we use this, that means we will ask for a value for the field ID. Okay? Error. What happened?
I don't think that's percentage.
This
Or it's
one.
not. Oh,
Ampersand.
it's an N.
Why? Why it doesn't work? It's supposed to work, right? You see what will happen now? Ah, yeah. So for the to use the substitution, you have to deal with fields that are selected here in the select. Okay, if you use star like this, it doesn't work. Oh, it works. What happened? Just now it doesn't work, right?
Correct.
Yeah, I don't know. This is kind of I have had this experience actually. That's why I automatically came to the star and changed it, because in many cases it could happen. Okay, but anyway, it works. Yeah, it works because also here in the example we make it that way. In the example here we have the department ID. Okay. So here it works, it asks us about the ID, okay? So you see here the value, enter value for ID. ID is the name you provide here, okay? Not the name you provide here. You understand? So here, if let's say we put 2, it will retrieve 2. If we run again, we put 5, it will retrieve 5, right? So this become like parameter. Okay, so every time, every run, it should ask us about the ID, then we provide it. If let's say we use XYZ, for example, yeah, still work. You see, because this one is all about the name that displays here in the message. Okay, so if let's say you want to use like uh, room ID like this, then to make it better, look better to the user, I don't know if we can keep a space here or not. We try. Doesn't work. double space also doesn't work. So here we cannot keep space. Okay, room ID. So anything, whatever we can write, so it will show or appear here in the message. So we can use, for example, 4, 5, 6, whatever value we want. Okay. Is that clear, guys?
Yeah.
Doctor, is it
Yeah.
possible if we have two?
Yes, yes, possible. Yeah, if
Okay.
let's say, and for example, what? BLDG. BLDG is equal to percent BLDG like that. So at first it will ask you about the room number. So room number is 4. Then it will ask you about the BLDG. For example, we provide room number 4 has BLDG A, right? So here, if let's say we put B, it will retrieve nothing, right? Invalid identifier. Why invalid identifier? I don't know. Okay, let us try 4 and A. Oh, line 3, column 12. Column 12. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. This one is long. How come? There is something wrong with it. I don't know. Oh, this one is like that. Is it? Oh. Yeah. I understand. This one is string. This one is string. That's why we have to handle it. Okay, let us use the maximum capacity, because I don't want to take you in that far. Okay, I just want to capacity, because if we go there, then we have to explain many functions and many things. It will be very hard for you to understand it. Okay, so for example, 4, then the capacity is 15. Okay, so maybe we can say greater than. Then we run like this. 5. Then we say 10 to show us number 5, because this one is AND. If we make it OR, then it will show us all. If let's say we say room number 4, then we say 10 or 13, it will show all rooms with 13 capacity, greater than 13, and also room number 4. Okay, so this is how it works. This is what they call it, substitution variables. Okay, you just provide use this character and provide name for the variable that you want to enter. Then when you run, it will ask you using this message to enter the value for the parameter, and the data will be retrieved based on that. Okay, this is how to create what they call it dynamic queries. But this one is very basic. If this one could be used when you really work on this interface, when you work on the DBMS. But if let's say you want to create dynamic queries for your application, for your web application, in that case you have to deal with functions that have parameters, or maybe stored procedures that have parameters. Okay, so that's another level. Okay, we are going to take it how to program the stored procedures and save them inside your server, Then at any time you can call the storage procedure, you can provide whatever parameters they have and so on, then you can retrieve information. Okay? For now, it's only to create dynamic simple queries. Okay, using functions to customize output. Okay, this is all about functions. I think I'm going to stop here because this one actually is going to give you a lot of new information. I want you to be fresh before we start this, because here we have many functions like lower, upper, initial cap, we have concatenate, substring, many functions here. We have to go through them all. Okay, so this part actually I'm going to explain tomorrow, inshallah. Now we still have 10 minutes. If you have any question, please let me know. Okay, any question?
No.
Okay, you all recorded your attendance. Don't forget, okay?
Okay.
For the assignment, I didn't get time yet to mark them, but inshallah soon I will mark them and share with you the results through the Butra Blast. Okay? So for today we are finished. And if you don't have any question, I'm going to finish this room, close this meeting, and inshallah see you tomorrow. Okay?
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Okay, welcome.
Thank you,
Assalamualaikum.
Doctor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Salam.
Thank
Have a
you.
nice day. Bye.